ServiceNow's revenues have grown at an average rate of 35% per year over the past 13 years. ServiceNow's earnings per share have grown at an average rate of 115% over the past 13 years. ServiceNow's price per share has grown at an average of 38% per year over the past 13 years. 133 million small businesses that will need ServiceNow's help to implement AI into their businesses over the next 5 years. I am projecting that ServiceNow's price on 12/31/2026 will be $1,182.34.
As I said yesterday, what more do you need to know? This is happening, and there are going to be some key players, and ServiceNow is certainly one of them. If you Google ServiceNow, it's going to give you an answer that they are the fastest growing software company in the world right now. So I think it's important that you understand how exactly they're going to fit into the equation and fit into NVIDIA and Dell. So here, let me share again some of the conversation that Bill McDermott had with Jensen and Michael.
Every company in the world and every workflow for every company in every industry will be re-engineered in 24 months. This is a tsunami, Ed. This is a tsunami of change. And only
every company in the world will have to be re-engineered in the next 24 months. This is a tsunami. Those are his words. Be aware of it and figure out where you need to invest to take advantage of this tsunami.
ServiceNow used to be a platform of tools. Now they're going to be a platform of tools and agents that help you use those tools. They're sitting on a gold mine of opportunities so that we could have not just the tools to use to run our companies, we're going to have an AI operating system to run all of our companies with all the agents necessary to help us do that.
What's really going on right now inside companies is you had this incredible surge in buying PCs about 4 years ago with the pandemic.
That was COVID related,
right.
Yes.
And there was an enormous, we have the biggest installed base ever. And so now these organizations are getting ready to replace those older machines. And they're thinking, wow, this AI thing, maybe there's something to it, right?
That can be daunting, though. If you take Bill's position, for example, he's made all the infrastructure investment and probably software and talent investment, and now he's thinking, okay, I've got to deck out my 24,000 staff around the world with AI PCs. Is that fair?
100%. And we can't wait to do it. We're ready. We're ready to go. The other thing you got to remember, too, is the enterprise is a total mess.
You said that on stage.
Let me explain what's happening.
That's your own industry you're talking about.
Exactly. But the industry is very good at what it does. So for 50 years, a half a century, everybody sold into an individual buying center or a silo. Finance, HR, sales, development. So now what you have is an unintegrated enterprise. So if you're a CEO right now, you're looking down to use AI, you're like, well, wait a minute, my people are swivel chairing between 17 applications a day, costing them almost 1/3 their productivity. Why? Why do you need to change? Because you can. And a lot of them don't know that.
It is one single device. I'm talking about a laptop or a desktop.
No, but let me explain.
Let
me explain. It's not about a laptop or a desktop. It's about integration. 85% of the projects today in digital transformation fail to deliver an ROI for one single reason: integration. So we are that, as Ed Jensen would say, the AI operating system for the enterprise that integrates the past but invents the future. So NVIDIA, Dell Technologies, they're the future. We all have to still integrate the past. Jensen even said, on-premise is cool again. So what companies have to do is enable AI, but you have to do it by dealing with the past also. And I think simultaneously, if I was in a CEO situation and not working for ServiceNow, I'd have a co-pilot, I'd have Now Assist, I'd have the NVIDIA stack running everything, and I'd be using Dell Technologies across the enterprise. And you know what? I'm doing that.
I understand things best if I can put them into my perspective. And I'm one of the 33 million small businesses in the world that are now sitting and saying, how do I adapt this AI into my small business? And as I think about it, I say, well, I've got 179,000 subscribers. I know some things about them. I have over 30,000 of their email addresses. I have about 1,200 of them that have shared their information with me because they're members of my tribe. How can I market to them better? And how can I identify more people that are like the 1,200 that I have? And how do I bring that all together so that I can grow my business? Well, that's what 330 million other small businesses are thinking right now. And so do I go to Microsoft or do I go to Google and say, help me? No. What I do is I go to Dell and I go through Dell to get into ServiceNow. And between them, they create a system for me that gathers all the data that I've accumulated over the last 5 years and puts it in a workable situation on a computer that I own, a Dell AI machine, and I am now at a different level of compute and marketing and production. You've seen the production that I've done on my last 3 videos, on the thumbnails in the intros. That's all been done by AI. So I need to integrate that in to even go beyond that level and take my business to the next level. Up until this time, I believed for me to achieve my objectives, to become the billion-dollar company that I wanted to become, I needed someone with a large sum of money to recognize the potential of best of us investors and come and make a major investment. No, I think it's now within my realm of possibility that I can invest some money in AI and a system like ServiceNow and Dell Computer, as that they use the phrase on premises. What they're talking about is that I now have that server, if you will, sitting on premises. It's not on the cloud. I'm not using Amazon. I have my own means by which to market my business. I have the hardware that I can put it together. I have the software that I can put it together. I have the data that I've accumulated over the last 5 years, and I can take this business to its next level on my own. That is what 333 million other small businesses are going to wake up to in the next 2 years. And that is going to be driven by companies like NVIDIA, like Dell, and like ServiceNow. Now, is this going to mean that Apple, Google, Microsoft are out of the picture? No, not at all. They are going to take care of their element of the business. What this is doing is giving power to the small guy. It's saying to the small guy, you can compete on your own with the big guys, because the big guys don't have time for me. Microsoft doesn't have time for me. So I can't get access to the technology that they have. But now, again, remember the words on premises. That means the data center is going to sit right there. It's going to be a Dell AI machine run by Microsoft's Copilot, run by ServiceNow's software to put me in the playing field with the big guys. That's what we're talking about. This is getting real interesting. I hope this enlightens you. I hope you recognize this didn't start with me. This started with Brian saying, Kerry, you need to watch this video. This started with Frank saying, you gave me the advice at the right time to buy NVIDIA. This started with Big Bill saying, I got into super micro at the right time. This is a team effort, and I want you to join the team. How do you join the team? Join the tribe. You get on the bus, and you recognize that if I work with other people who have a common interest and a common objective, and they can open my eyes to new possibilities, I can get rid of that damn unwanted roommate in my head that says, I can't do that. I could never be a billionaire. Hell yes, you can. All you got to do is think that you can be a billionaire, and you will become a billionaire because you are separating yourself from the masses. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. This is my gig. This is my gig, and I want you to become a part of it.